Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Howdy.
Hello,
Howdy,
all of
howdy.
you cool cats. Oh,
Cool cats. Actually, now
so,
I'm kind of a windy cat.
okay, you can be a windy cat. That's fine. So,
Thanks.
you see a ticker going across the bottom as well as I just posted it into chat. If you guys have a second, Dale put a challenge out to Stephanie. She is one of our greatest supporters. Her full channel name is Stephanie Herot, Large Family Diabetic Cooking. I put the links both to her channel and the video, or her channel and the handle. So go check out her video she put out today titled Copycat Crumble Cinnamon Roll Cookies. If you would love to hear her sing an awesome version of Hero. And she fulfilled the challenge by Dale, and she did an awesome job. So good going, Stephanie.
Good.
Thank you.
I got goosebumps on my legs.
Wait till you hear her sing it. Yeah. All right. So welcome to Sunday Functioning Chat. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it as always. Thank you everybody in chat, and we'll run through and say hi to everybody real quick. Joey Fix It For You was hot on the board in the first one in today, so thank you for coming in.
With
Dark
his
Lord,
new avatar.
with his new avatar, you should go check his channel out. He's got a new avatar, a new banner, so it's kind of cool. Dark Lord Minute has officially slid in, so that's good. We also have the ever so wonderful, sweet Miss Tiffany.
Uh-oh. He froze.
Yeah, my internet's having issues. Sorry, guys.
Oh, gosh.
I got a jar. Do what?
Joey in a jar.
Avatar.
No, Avatar in a jar.
All right.
Oh,
So
I love
then-
Suburban Hillbilly.
Yes. Big Valley Living is in with us. Pike Creek, Renee's in from Pike Creek Farm. We have Suburban Hillbilly, Kelly S. Stephanie's in with us. Hello. Rena LaRue has joined us. And Mimi Dishes. Hello. And let's see who else. Tanya Shepard has joined us. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. And I just lost everything. Unmanned Urban Homestead. I received your seeds today, my friend. Thank you very much. Well, they probably came yesterday. I just thought the mail had already came, so I went and got them today. Dee from Homestead in the Wood is with us. And I think that's it, unless somebody sees somebody I missed. All right. So today we're going to talk about an interesting topic. And this derived from my own personal experience. And then me and Michelle were talking about it as well at a different time. But I think it's important for people to think about the quality, the quantity, and the value they're getting out of sale items for food storage or pantry storage, whichever you use it for. Give you an example. This is a pint jar. Okay. And I'm going to pour the juice in first so you can see. Liquid from French style green beans. Okay.
Okay.
When I take out a can of any vegetable, I don't care what it is, that's what I would expect to see. Correct? All of us agree,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Is that a 1 cup measure?
That is a 1 cup measure. Yes, it is.
Thank you.
So I'm going to pour from another can, which is regular cut green beans. I'm going to pour the juice. Juice. Now, there's look at the juice from that, and that's the first one. See the difference?
Double.
Wait till you watch how much green beans I pour out. That also is a 1 cup container.
So you got half a cup.
There is a huge
Yeah.
difference between the same can, same size can. So you might be getting it for 68 cents, 58 cents, 48 cents, 25 cents, but having to use 2 cans to make up 1 can, you now have increased your cost you're putting up. That's my example of what my issue is. Okay. Just
How
because
much
you
was
get
your
it.
French, if I can ask, how much was your good value? How much did that cost you? And how
Same exact sale, 68 cents a can.
same brand?
Same brand, same place, same bought at the same time.
So French style versus standard.
Regular cut green beans. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
now this obviously wasn't when I did it at Easter, is when I found this out.
Yeah.
And it's where the quality comes back. Just looking through, I don't see it here. There was 2 stems inside of that first can I opened where I found this.
Mm-hmm.
So the quality is not as good either.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to make sure the value you're getting out of what you're buying, make sure it's reputable in the sense that you've never had issues in the past with whichever company you're going to use. And that applies to so many different things. We also had a conversation today about how, and this kind of ties into it, and give me just another minute and then I'll let you guys jump in because I'm sure you guys got your own ideas of things. One of the issues I'm having is that it seems like a lot of stores seem to be stating and I'll give you an example, eggs, bird flu, we can't get eggs out. Nobody wants to buy our eggs, whatever it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In comparison, people have talked to farms and they've got tons of eggs that nobody's buying, which means the stores are not buying. Store chains, store companies, whatever you want to say, they're not buying. I think I just froze.
You did.
You're back.
Okay now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. What it really comes down to in the end of it, and again, I'm going to apologize to everybody. My internet is not good, so that will happen occasionally today, so I apologize. It's really not the farmers. It's not the growers. It's not, whatever else you want to title them that are causing the food shortage, because that's what's being put out there. What it really comes down to, because when you then compare it to, we used to get a box of this for $1.50. Now we get a box like this for $2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's smaller that way. So you get less and the price is going up. Well, the price going up most of the time is because of the store or company increasing its price, not the farmer, not the grower, not the warehouse it's all going to. You guys agree?
Oh, 100%.
100%.
All right. So please jump in and give your example or comparison or information, because we would really love to hear what you have to say.
Ginger?
Who you calling on first?
We'll go to you first.
Okay. Well, I kind of did that same thing with the size of the bean can when I was doing the can it or scan it. When I had to go and I was trying to compare in one of the videos when I did black beans, I was trying to compare my pint-sized jar to their, what I was thinking was still a 16-ounce can. It was not. In some cases, they're 14.25 ounces. Some cases, you're 15.75 ounces. Everything is changing, and they're shortening the shelves.
Yep.
Just to give you, it's all an optical illusion. You've got to watch the bouncing ball. Okay, people,
Yes.
Keep your eye on the ball. If you go back, there was another video that I did that I was looking in a very, very old cookbook, and it said a 16-ounce can of this and you need a 16-ounce can of that. Well, they don't make 16-ounce cans anymore. And
Or
it's obvious
2.5.
they used to, because otherwise it wouldn't have been in this cookbook.
That's
And
right.
so
Yeah.
I think you really have to, especially when you're making something like that. You just, when you're making a recipe, it says 1 can of green beans. Well, that's an old recipe. That 1 can of green beans, if you get it from Tony's store, is not going to give you as many green beans as you need for that recipe.
Yep.
So you've really got to pay attention to the ounces. What was it? I saw something in the grocery store. I want to say it was baked beans even. They're a wide, short can, but it's only
Right.
like 11 point something ounces.
11.5 ounces. I buy them, so I know what you're talking about.
So, I mean, you're just not getting, and like you said, the quality, even in frozen bags, which they say fresh is best, frozen is next, canned is last. Even in the frozen, you're going to get, even if you buy broccoli florets, which is what we like to buy, you're not going to get all florets anymore. You used to get a bag full of florets, and now half the bag you can roll down like potato chips. You can roll half the bag down, and you're going to have some hunks of the stems in there.
But that's something that we've all been noticing over the years is your chip bags have been getting more air in them and less quantity of product. Yes.
Yeah.
And a family size is now what used to be considered like a snack for you and a friend after school.
Yeah. And even when you do go to not the family size, but the regular size, we'll say, of the bigger bags of chips, they're skinnier and shorter now.
And they're $2.79.
Yes.
So the I can't even speak.
Well, I'm glad we talked about that. Thank you for coming on.
So the point that we're actually trying to make is that the prices of those cans are going up just a wee bit. And if you're just looking at prices, don't just look at prices.
No.
Look at the ounces too, because they have changed the ounces in your can. What you used to be able to dump out and make 2 meals out of, now you're lucky if you can get 1.
Right. And I am in no means trying to target one brand, one company.
Oh,
they're all doing it.
It's
because it's not just one. It's universal.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Illusion.
And some people are talking. Mimi made a comment about the push-up on the bottom of the can, because they've been doing that with peanut butter for a long time, and now mayonnaise is like $5.99 for the one that fits in the door of your refrigerator if you buy 2. And it's not made to last as long. And that's mayonnaise. I don't mess with mayonnaise on the dates. I just don't, if it's open and we finish it, that's fine. But they have that hump on the bottom now too. And I just don't understand why mayonnaise is, something you have to take out a loan on your house for.
Yeah, I know.
Well, and there's no lie there, because mayonnaise, I mean, just my example of information, we used to get mayonnaise for $3.87, $3.98 a canister, a normal canister. Same canister. If I go up to the local store, it's $11. If I go to the Walmart, it's almost $8.
Yeah.
I don't like mayonnaise that much. I mean, I can make a few, salads in a year and not have it on the shelf anymore. Right. And I know that there's probably the excuse about the egg shortage and la-di-da-di-da.
Yeah.
But it's never going to go back down, right? Just like everything else. Once the price rises and we all settle in and get used to it.
Yeah.
But watch our cooking habits change.
I'm going to steal from a very dear friend of mine who today made a very good statement, and it's something I think is worth stating. And I'm not trying to, said wonderful friend is in chat, but I'm not going to point anybody out. But I'm not trying to reinstigate or ignite their fire they had. So But the point being, if we continue to elect the people that are putting these rules in place that are allowing this stuff to happen, then we are allowing it to happen. It's not going to stop unless we stop going to the stores and buying said products and getting screwed price wise or portion wise. None of it's going to happen unless we collectively say we're done. We're not doing this anymore, because at some point the stores will start losing money. At some point, they will no longer be able to carry products because they can't keep them in stock because they're not going out the door at some point.
It's one of the reasons I like to can.
Right.
Because I'm not paying them for inferior product anymore. And I will can my ingredients that I'm going to use. I'm going to can. This year we're going to do a few more meal type things. I got to say this, you guys. I canned my first pinto beans yesterday, pressure canned, all by my big girl self.
Look at you go.
Yes.
Yay,
I'm so happy because I was afraid of it. I was like, the canner's going to stick. But you know what? When I got done, I called an ambulance. Michelle's going to cry. No. It was so cool. It was so gratifying. And now, it's kind of like the first time you went off the high dive, right? Or jumped off of a rock into the river. And you're just so scared and so scared. And then once you jumped off and you found out it was so much fun, you couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah. So now Michelle's at the store going, I want these beans. I want these beans. I want these beans. I'm canning you. I'm canning you.
Right.
We bought beans that we bought in bags a year and a half ago. And they need to be canned, right? They're going to age no matter what the quality was when you got them. We got them at Azure standard. Yeah. And we need to can them up, and we're out of beans. So that's probably, I'm thinking, I'll just can beans every day till the dried beans are canned up.
Yep.
There you go.
So what Tony was talking about with the mayonnaise talk, I had an example just this week. We stopped at our local store to get a jar of, Miracle Whip. That's 30 fluid ounces.
Salad dressing. No.
Salad dressing.
Sorry.
I list.
It's like salad dressing. Anyway.
That ain't mayonnaise.
Miracle Whip.
This is sitting on the shelf, this 30 fluid ounces. The one half the size, 15 fluid ounces, is set next to it. This, $4.39.
I'm going to come shop where you shop.
Right.
The one half the size set next to it, $7.
Really?
What?
That makes no sense. Was it a different brand or same brand?
It was the exact same brand.
Wow.
Who would
That's
buy
weird.
that?
Yeah,
but
why would
if you were limited on space and you didn't have a lot of refrigerator space and you knew you didn't need that much, that's robbery though.
This is where people don't use their pea-picking little mind.
Yep.
Yes.
I personally know the person who orders the stock for this place. They can't keep the half-size one in stock.
What?
Because people are buying that over the big one?
Yeah. People wake up.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. You are just spending needlessly. You're wasting your money.
Yep. I want to jump in real quick. I want to say hi to Low Family Adventures, Janet Homestead, where you are, and I seen what the Can you hear me? No, I seen I froze, so I stopped at the wrong spot. Sorry. What the flock? Thank you to everybody for coming in. If I missed anybody else, I apologize. So
Robin should get a big kick out of that.
a lot, and everybody is right what they're saying. The sizes are different; they're smaller. The prices are going up. In Dale's example, it kind of reminds me of the 4x4 theory. Every time if you own a 4x4 or you own an RV or something, it's going to cost you 10 times as much as what it would cost a normal person. Well, if you need the smaller size and you have that because you're limited on space, they're taking advantage of you because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I may, my quality problem is, and I learned this a long time ago and just stopped buying generics. This one thing ruined me.
Oh,
We bought we use a lot of mild green chilies here, like probably 6-ounce cans,
Mm-hmm.
2
Yes.
or
Yeah.
a month, but on average about almost one a week. So it can get expensive. They used to be where you can get them 98 cents a can, limit 5. Okay, so I'd stock up on those weeks.
Right.
But then there were times where you'd have to buy them normal price, and I'd pay like $1.79. We're not going back very far. For the last year, they've been $2.79 and $3.79 for a little. I'll go get samples and show you guys. I just didn't bring them in, but so I'm like, okay, you know what? I was going to make pepper dip. It's a very simple little dip, and we use diced green chilies in it. I'm just going to get the generic from the grocery store, from a quality grocery store in our area too. I wasn't just going to go up to any old store. I open up this can of generics, and I've got the hard bits at the bottom. Every other bite was unacceptable, and I'm picking through this thing, and by the time I'm done, I've got a tablespoon.
mm-hmm. And
And
when you're buying that little jar, that's a lot.
yes, and all I saved was like $1. So I really didn't save a darn thing, right?
No.
So yeah, I'll never buy generic canned food that I cannot see again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, unmanned urban homesteads said
I
poor
agree.
people can't afford to pay the price of the large one, so they're stuck buying the small one. Now, I would agree with that normally, because you'll go to the dollar store, Dollar General, or $1.25 store, or whatever you want to call it, and you'll get the smaller one because that's what you can afford. But in Dale's example, that's totally the opposite.
Yeah, you gotta look at the price of the one next to it.
Yeah. I mean, and really, I think it's about just what you said. Watch what you're buying, because sometimes you're getting the screwed end of the stick buying the smaller one because you think that's what your process has been.
The only thing that they can think of is the people are used to buying the other size.
Yep.
And they don't buy that size.
Yeah.
They're used to buying the smaller one, not the bigger one. So
Yeah.
they just buy it. They don't use their brain and think.
It's just habit. They reach and go, and that's it. So that's
there's
crazy.
a word for it, and it's called conditioning. That's what it is.
And then when you get your 4-pack of soup, let's say your cream of something soup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or chicken noodle or tomato. Those are the ones we usually buy in a group.
Right.
So there's a store that Tony and I actually both shop at in our cities. Yep. And I pay very close attention. I don't even buy the soups. I just pay attention to what consumers are being, conditioned for.
Mm-hmm.
A 4-pack ends up being like $1.89 a can.
Right.
And Bucket List, me too. Oh.
Bucket List is in with us, and so is Cindy Brown. I just want to say hi to you guys.
Hey guys. And then one at a time. That's not mine.
No, that's Lisa's.
And then, but if you buy them singly, they were like $1.48 or something. Same brand, same everything. But
nobody got that joke.
I'm going to go buy that little can. I'm going to buy the 4-pack of cans because it's bundled. It's going to be cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in fact, it was like over $1 more for the 4 cans. So be careful when you're looking at that. And Mimi said, look at the per ounce price. Always per ounce.
I never actually, in all honesty, going along that line, I never really used to do that. I'd look at the item, $2. Okay, I'll buy it. No big deal. Until I started my channel and I could hear people say, you got to look at the price per ounce. And it was like, why would I do that? Well, then I caught myself looking.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm going in and out. Am I back now?
Yeah, you never left us.
Oh, to me, it looked like I was gone. So I'm here. Anyways, once I started watching the price per ounce, it was like, wow, that's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is a valid point. Yeah.
Well, and
I agree with. I just want to throw this in real quick, and then I'll let you talk, Dale. Rena LaRue said Costco Sam's isn't always cheaper, although sometimes it's more convenient to have a case for storing. Now, I Costco buy. I have Sam Clubs bought before, but we don't have one near us right now. For certain items. In regard, and I'll give you an example, peanut butter, you can get usually I want to say they're 40 ounce or something roughly around there, 2 together, and you spend $11. Well, when I break that down in half, I'm spending less than $6 each, and I can't go to my store locally and buy it for that cheap. So yeah, I'm gonna have peanut butter for the next 6 months, but I only spent less than $6 an item for it. So now you can get it the reverse way at Costco and Sam's Club as well. So I'm not trying to convince people that's where you should go, but if you're watching, I think the biggest thing to take from today is know the product, know the brand, and watch your price per ounce, because that's going to be the biggest thing. Now, in this problem, I'm never going to know what the price per ounce is because I just bought a 14.5 ounce can of mostly water, not knowing what was hidden inside. So sometimes you're not going to be able to do that.
But they again, lost a lifetime of sales.
Say that again?
They probably lost a lifetime of sales from you.
Yeah, I'll never buy that again. Never, ever again. I won't. So again, we're back to where the consumer has control. If I protest and don't buy this can ever again, they've not lost my sale. I'm one person out of a gazillion. I get that. But if more people start doing that, they're going to start losing sales and they're going to have to redo something.
And if you tell your friends and family because you don't want them to get ripped off.
Right. I am telling right now my 1,238 friends right now, don't fall for the gimmicks, because they're a gimmick 90% of the time.
That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Right. Again, with that brand and that specific store that Michelle was talking about, I know I'm good on the corn, I know I'm good on the peas, and I know I'm good on the French green beans, but I will never buy regular cut green beans that way ever again. So
well, now see, I do like store brands. I have a few places that I shop that their actual store brand, wow, I just can't English today, is actually not the inferior product. It's actually, I feel like you're getting a better product because it's coming to you faster from their distribution center. But they're not a huge grocery store, but it's a nice one. So
so I see Canadian Family Life hopped in. Miss Crystal at Whole New Perspective hopped in. Thank you guys. And I agree with Kelly S. Shenanigans.
Yes.
What? Don't say that word.
Is that kind of like Beetlejuice?
One more person says shenanigans.
Why don't you like shenanigans, Dale?
That's Blue's favorite word.
It's a movie quote.
Okay, sorry.
Look it up.
What movie?
What movie?
Now you've piqued Michelle's interest.
I gotta know.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. Have you seen Super Troopers?
Super Troopers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course Joey's seen it. Because Joey and Dale like the same movies.
Now, there is a suggestion that Unmanned Urban Homestead brings up. Call the company and complain. Maybe they'll send you a coupon for free product, which is fine, except I don't want to have to use 3 or 4 cans to make up one, because then I've defeated my own purpose. But I get the validity of the comment. It makes sense. I get that.
Yeah.
Something we talked about like when the Sunday functioning chat kind of started, and we were talking about
many moons ago.
Yes, she was going to say that.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in my day.
Anyway, we were talking about tuna one time, because I like the pouches of tuna,
Mhm.
because I felt like I was getting a better deal. So of course I
Mhm.
had to look into it, right?
Right.
We went over to the same store, Tony, that we're talking about.
Again.
Wow.
One box, big box store. And the cans of tuna, because I always felt like I was really getting ripped off, right? Because I'm draining all that water
Right.
out of it and everything.
Mhm.
Well, all of the cans of tuna actually stated that after draining water, product will yield or can will yield 4 ounces of tuna.
Mhm.
That's more for less money. That's more meat than I was getting out of the pouch. I think the pouch is something like 2 ounces.
I think they're
Mhm.
actually 1.25
Is that what
ounces
it
is
is?
what they
It
are.
takes 3 pouches to make
Yep.
JJ and I lunch when we're gardening.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So
And you're just
we
paying for
bought the cans.
convenience.
So we bought the cans. We went over
Yep.
to Costco
Mhm.
and bought the cans.
Well, and somebody said it earlier. I'm not sure who it was, but nowadays it's like we're paying for water. That's what we're paying for.
Mhm.
You know.
And
Mhm.
that was chicken from the store, people.
Yep.
Something
Yeah.
like up to 20% of the cost of your expensive chicken is water weight, and it's on
Mhm.
the packaging.
Yep.
Yes.
So when
It
I
was-
did, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say things like that shock people, but once you see it, you see it.
Mhm.
Right.
And then you never forget it, and then you won't be fooled anymore. So hopefully we're helping some people to look deeper into it really sucks when you have to be a detective at the grocery store.
Mhm.
That's
But you
what
do.
sucks. You
But
know,
it's
just
consumer
be real,
beware.
be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was doing my video for Angler April 2023, shameless plug, I thought I'd throw in there.
That was that
was
was
a good
not
video.
discreet at all.
You didn't like my shamelessness?
I mean, hey, it's your channel. Why don't you
Okay.
plug yourself?
Well, it's not me. I'm plugging
Go plug
Dale.
yourself, Tony.
You're plugging me. Anyway, one of the ingredients in what I made was water chestnuts, and it says right on the can, 8-ounce can, without water, 6-ounce product, and it's like, so then sell it as 6 ounces of product, not an 8-ounce can.
Well,
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
It weighs 8 ounces, and they have to figure out for shipping and everything how much weight there is too.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they don't reduce the price for me, do they? For the lack
No.
of 2 ounces of product.
Mm-mm.
No, but think about when you have to have a certain amount of water over the product. I mean, it is the same principle, right?
Yes,
When
yes,
I
but
can a pint,
Theoretically, I'll give in.
when
to
I'm
that,
canning
yeah.
a pint of beans, I'm canning 16 ounces, right?
Correct. You
So
are correct.
technically, it's a 16-ounce can. I'm not trying to stick up for them, but you
I
know.
was going to say, because I got proof in the pudding, ma'am.
yeah.
The theory of it, yes, I will agree with you 100%, Michelle, because you are correct. It is no different than if we're doing our own 16-ounce jar, as long as I'm getting a 16-ounce jar semi the same way if I do it home done. So,
And the
purring lady has joined us.
Shrinkflation is real.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, but they weren't
so-
even trying to hide it with yours, Tony. I mean, you open the
No.
can and there was like a quarter of a cup or half a cup of green beans in there. Who you gonna feed with that?
I can make veggie broth. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not
Well,
what I
and
bought.
you know, Bucket List Homestead was talking about let's talk about laundry soap. Let's put that into that. You know, Nana started making our own laundry soap here
Yep.
Liquid?
because the majority of liquid laundry soap is water.
Mm-hmm.
And we have significant savings. A 5-gallon bucket is like, under $10.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're buying a half gallon for $15 at the grocery store.
Right.
Oh, if you're lucky.
And you're getting a lot of perfumes. We have to buy special stuff because we can't tolerate the perfumes in all of the super commercially done things.
Yes. Yes.
So you pay even more for less of the things that they're putting in it.
Stuff more natural. It's that's astronomical. It's like buying organic fruit and vegetables as opposed to the regular. Yeah, without the scents. I mean, you can't hardly get it without the scents for the same or cheaper.
So there's a good point Rena LaRue made. When possible, use the liquid of said cheap can of beans. Because it's okay to use it in your cooking. So that is a valid point.
Rice or something, if you're making rice or noodles to flavor it. That's a good idea, actually. It doesn't completely go to waste. Hey,
this reminds me of Father of the Bride with Steve Martin complaining about, I get 8 hot dogs and I get 6 hot dog buns.
But it's true. I mean,
it is.
It's by design.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dale, do you guys have a video for Nana, or does Nana have a video making the laundry detergent?
I keep telling her she needs to.
I would really be interested in seeing that. Just throwing it out there.
I think we are down to 2 gallons of the last 5-gallon batch left, so it'll be time to make again. So maybe a little birdie will help her film, and we'll make a video about it.
So ultimately, where this really comes down to, guys, is it's the same thing we've been saying. I'm not. Don't take that as a hoity-toity comment, because that's not what I meant. It's just more of the same. Excuse me. Make sure you're doing your own research. Make sure you check the ounces for the amount you're paying. Check that the sizes you're getting match up with what you're used to. Here's another good example. I'll guarantee you almost always you are not buying a pound of bacon anymore.
No. It's a 12-ounce pack.
12 ounce. I've even seen as little as 11.5. I haven't seen the 8 ounce.
Look at Gallo salami. Your Gallo salami, like a 14 ounce bag that used to be, you could get like on a $5 Monday special, but it was like $6.99 normally. $12.99. I need to stop eating all that kind of food anyway, but dear golly, really?
Yeah.
So should I really just shock everybody with the price of crab meat, guys?
Oh yes, please go ahead, tell them. Because that's just up there, and I mean, I could. That's just you.
It is just me. No, it is just me. But the meat guy was laughing when he told me how much it was. So yes, I live in Washington, but I live on the dry side, non-ocean end of Washington. I don't live over on the coast. Okay,
you're still closer than me.
Yeah,
I am closer than you, but we're also out of season right now. We're not
way closer than me.
Yes, get that. So for my spinach crab dip or crab spinach dip, I was looking around because I wanted to find the best deal. Obviously, I don't want to pay more than I have to, but I was looking for lump crab. That's what I was after. Okay. Yes. Because it's going to taste wonderful, right? Except I am not paying $50 for 2 containers of lump crab. I'm not doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I got a hold of one of our stores, and he said that we have Dungeness clusters. They're frozen, and they start at $25.99 a pound.
It's nuts.
We did find one that did have wasn't that 8? I think. So it was the what did I just call it? What kind of crab? The
Dungeness crab.
Oh.
Lump.
Yeah, the clump crab meat. They did have it. $15 for an 8-ounce container.
Mm.
I'm like,
How much of that was water?
huh?
Yeah.
How much of that was water?
I have no idea because I didn't buy it, so I am not sure. Got a hold of our local store here, and I said, I'm looking for crab meat. Do you guys have any? And he said, well, let me go look. And he come back, he says, we do. He said, it's frozen. And I said, okay. I said, how much is it? He turned over. Obviously, you could see he turned it over, or here he turned it over, and he just started laughing. He said, oh my gosh, it's $35 a pound, and it's frozen. That is not fresh.
No.
And I'm like,
and usually fresh
paying for
is
the
more
ice.
expensive.
and you're paying for ice, exactly, or water, depending on how you're getting it. So when people look at my video and they criticize me for using canned crab meat,
they're not going to criticize. That recipe looked delicious.
I'm here to tell you it tasted just fine to me. I had no issue with it.
Oh,
Nobody
I'm
else
sure.
had issue with it. And everybody's saying it tasted good. So there you go.
That's
And
awesome.
you just keep that receipt and write it off when you do your taxes next year, because
at $35 a pound, I would have. I'm here to tell you.
You know, I see that at Costco a lot. They have, it's like $24 for a can of crab meat. And JJ is not a big fan of crab, and crab season happens to fall right at my birthday. So my guilty pleasure treat is to get myself 2 crabs, line the table with newspaper, and do something, watch a movie or something, and eat all the crab I want. But I found out a couple of years ago that the $6.99 on sale, quote unquote, in season crab is generally the end of last season's crab that they have frozen.
Yes, it is.
Oh man,
it is.
That was a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh,
see, I didn't know that.
So Rhonda says, I better make awesome dishes with the frozen lump crab meat I have. I paid under $10 for it about 4 months ago.
Holy
wow,
moly.
yes, you better.
Yeah, you better.
Don't let it go to waste, girl.
No. So again, I'll come back to the same thing that we've been trying to say. The prices are outrageous. They're outlandish, but do what you can do. Now, one of the mottos in my tagline are meal prep with ease. If I can find an easy way to do it, I'm going to do it. That's where I'm at, because it's just trying to get the different things so you don't get tired of the same old, but yet at the same token, you're not putting a hole in your pocket and doing it, where you can.
Yeah.
So
put up Brown's comment.
That's what I'm. Oh, of course.
What?
Dungeness crab meat will be at least double next year. They had an early closure due to humpback whales staying around here longer than usual because they will scare them off, I think.
Oh no!
Well, crab pots
they'll eat them
when they're bringing them up. They'll affect the migration.
They'll get entangled and everything else.
Okay. So and this is the best statement of the day because it fits everything we're talking about right there. They have excuses for everything. There's always a reason.
They do.
There's always an how come. There's a shortage here. Nobody wants to work. Transportation, everything's stuck out on a boat. We got humpback whales now preventing us from getting food. So, Sharon Addock is new. I haven't seen her before. Welcome in. Thank you.
Hello, Sharon.
So, do you guys have anything else to add specifically to what we're talking about now that you want to get out there before we're done?
I would just say pay attention to the sizes you're getting, and honestly, try and shop locally in season. If you've got an air fryer, make your own chips. If you want to make your own, get yourself a thing of corn tortillas, break them into quarters and fry up your own chips. You'll probably be healthier for it, because if you have to make that effort to make the snack, you'll probably maybe, I don't know, get a zucchini and slice it up and just eat it as a snack
Mhm.
instead of frying it up or whatever. So,
And I was going to say
Yeah.
the same thing, and that goes for the seafood, for the, all of your produce. Eat seasonal. That's what I'm going to try to do
Yeah.
with my garden this year, is just garden and eat what's in season, because that is usually, they have an overage at the grocery store and then they put it on sale. Whatever is in season, they have, an overabundance and they need to get rid of it. So try to eat seasonal.
And
I
go to
think
the
Dale.
farmers market too, because you could support your local farmers and what they're growing, and they're only growing what they can grow in your area. We're actually listening to a book on tape right now, you guys, and it's old. It's from
On tape, they still have books on tape.
audio. I'm sorry, audio book. And it's called Animal Vegetable Miracle by Barbara Kingsolver. And her and her family, this is like in the early 2000s, her and her family moved from like the Tucson, Arizona area to, I think it was Virginia or Kentucky, and ate only what was produced like within 100 miles of their house. And most of their food was produced on their little working farm. And she actually reads the book that she wrote in this. And if you have like, a free audio thing from your library system where you can just get audiobooks, it's a great read. Or if you have this other thing, Audible, it is really a great book, and it's really inspirational. And since in the US we're coming into spring, well, we are in spring, it's kind of timely. I highly suggest it if you like to listen to audiobooks.
So I do want to hit these comments that people are putting out. Grow as much for yourself that you can. Be extra aware and smart of how and what you have to buy. Suburban Hillbilly is going to start growing green beans.
Do the asparagus beans, long beans, yard long beans. Do those.
Right.
They're really good. They grow so fast, and they are delicious. They don't taste like asparagus. I was hoping they would, because I love asparagus, but they are a really good green bean, and you can also double them as noodles.
Right.
If you cut them in the small stage, you can do them as noodles as well, and they are delicious.
So the purring lady says, and know or learn if you need to how to safely preserve your harvest. That is also going to be helpful. And then also check your stores. Sometimes they have damaged and overripe produce. They'll sell for pennies of the dollar. And
so I have an example. I just did that today. We went on a grocery run after church. Nana and I did, and I wanted to make unstuffed bell peppers this week.
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Which there's a recipe, by the way, on our channel if you don't know what I'm talking about. Shameless plug there. But anyway, I'm looking at bell peppers because, of course, we don't have bell peppers right now.
No.
Growing season starting. And the fresh bell peppers are $1 a piece.
From Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ones that were there last week, they are starting to get, wrinkly and stuff from being set out. So they package them in 3 to 4 in a package, and you can buy them for $0.25 a piece.
For the package of 4?
For the package price.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong with them. I'm going to cook them. I'm going to cut them up. They're going to shrink, and they are going to wrinkle when I cook them.
Yeah.
But you know that.
Yeah. I mean, if you were using them for a decorative, if you were doing, like some pepper boats or something like that, yeah, sure, you might want the ones that are pristine. But if you're going to cook them anyways, might as well.
Yeah.
Do make sure you're aware of the dented cans, though, because you don't want one of them to burst, which is a valid point.
Mhm.
Or rust at that dented corner. I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look, Cindy put up the unstuffed bell pepper recipe.
Oh, that was
Oh,
awesome,
thank
Cindy.
you,
She's just
downtown Cindy
amazing.
Brown.
Yes.
There you go. So the sales determine what they're eating for their weekly menu. That's a good
Mhm.
way to do it, you know.
And you
Yeah.
can plan that. I mean, if I think probably all over the country, we get I think the ads come out on Tuesday and they start on Wednesday and they run for a week.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that, you can plan that way for your fresh foods. It's a good way to do
Yes.
it.
Mhm.
And I think, yeah. So the number one takeaway that we along this journey that has come out several times over is learn how to cook with the original ingredients.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you're unfamiliar how to prepare base ingredients to make a meal, educate yourself, because number one,
Yes.
you can save money. Number two, it's healthier. Number three, um, those ingredients are way easier to store up in your pantry.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If you just have base ingredients in a pantry, you can have a general pantry that has base ingredients that you can change to different types of meals just by one select seasonal item,
Mhm.
adding to those pantry items. And I
Mhm.
know for us, it's exactly, and it really rings true with today. We get done at the grocery store, and you know where our next stop was? It was at the garden center, because yes, we have a large seed supply. We are starting, but guys, we're bumping up more and more because of the price of
Mhm.
everything. We're going to start throwing little raised bed gardens. We may go back to in ground garden, as much as I hate to think about that, but we've got to raise more of our own
Mhm.
here in order to offset these costs.
Right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
agree.
going to can ground beef. I was going to freeze dry ground beef and rice to make my own dog food for the dogs because they've actually been getting sick from one of the most wonderful foods they've ever eaten. And I'm like, okay, well, there's something going on. And there's a lot of dog food I will not buy and feed my dogs.
Yes.
And so I was telling JJ how to just freeze dry some hamburger, some rice, and something else, right? Just mix it together, put some warm water in it, good to go. And he's like, just can the ground beef plain, and we'll have ground beef, and they'll have ground beef, and they'll eat what we eat, but it may be spiced differently. And
Right.
I don't know about you guys, if you have pets, the price of pet food is through
Outrageous.
the
Oh,
roof.
yes, it is. And who
Oh yeah,
chose to
you've
get
got
two
those
new
two
puppies?
little fur babies that probably eat
Yes.
as much in a week as my dogs eat in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, probably. But yes, dog food is astronomical. And we actually do exactly that, Michelle. We don't make our own dog food, but we do supplement some of their food. Their evening meal always has a little bit of chicken in it
There
that
you
we
go.
can. We keep a jar of canned chicken in the fridge, and each of them get a little bit of chicken at night with their dog food. Now they don't hate their dog food, but
Yeah.
it's still expensive. But the chicken is so healthy and so good for them. It
Yeah.
really is.
Leanne joined us. Thank you for coming in.
Hey,
Hey,
Leanne.
Miss
And Cindy,
Leanne.
that's a good
Okay.
idea to add the pumpkin to the dog food. Thank you.
Yes.
I will do
Oh,
that.
yes. Oh, nice. Good idea. I'm
So
growing pumpkins this year. Yay.
just so everybody knows that, like I said before, it's about being smart. It's about thinking ahead. Meal prep with these and preserve because it's what's going to help you. Okay. Those three
Mhm.
things. I added my email address down for a special reason. We're getting ready to ramp up Marmalade May, jam it up June, and jar it up July. And I'm trying to find out because we've never done Marmalade May. Who would be interested? So if you're interested, email me because I am putting a list together and it will go out by Tuesday. So if you're interested, let me know. Anybody else on their collaborations or what's going on? Or Ginger?
May I say something, please? Yes.
Yes, you may.
I hope to have out for everybody that is in the Spring Salads collab in May. I hope to have out the schedule on Wednesday. Yes. So it's very exciting. Look for that coming in your inbox, people.
Praying Lady, yes, it is becoming a very busy set of months. Michelle.
Yes.
Renee, I hope you're okay with this. I'm going to talk about it right now, and I'll send you an email, Tony. We're going to do, I think with Angela at the Inquisitive Farm Wife, the three of us are going to put on whole food plant-based July, because most of us are going to have our gardens going.
Okay.
And it's just a great way to, share recipes that we don't have to have meat for. You can always add meat, right? But we're just going to give some ideas out there for whole food plant-based things. So,
did you see this?
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. Wow. 180.
Whoa.
Goodness gracious. That's a lot. And see, you're going to have to redo and restock. So you might as well film it and be in Jamming Up June or Marmalade May.
Ginger, is yours all full for spring salads? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Gail, are you full for, well, let me go to Michelle and then we'll come back to you. Michelle, are you taking requests to be in that, or are you guys putting a list out?
Send us an email if you're interested. You can send it to me for the time being because I just brought it up.
Okay.
And then I'll, make sure that Renee and Angela know about it. But we think it'll be a lot of fun for people to share their plant ideas, plant-based.
Okay. Good. And then Dale, let's move on down to you because you got two we need to talk about. You have Angler April go. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. So yeah, we're in the middle still of Angler April till the end of the month. Of course, the live celebration giveaway is going to be April the 30th at 6 p.m. on our channel.
Central Standard Time.
Central Standard Time. Please make sure that you are commenting on videos. Then I want to publicly apologize to everyone about All About Living. There was some miscommunication on my part with an email situation. They did not get the email with the logos and the schedule and everything. So it was not their fault that we didn't have a video yesterday. It was actually old Dale's fault. But hopefully I've got some of that. And if you're a collaborator and you have not seen an email that has all that in there, shoot me another email. But anyway, also Blue and I are putting on April the 22nd, we will have a several creators drop videos for the 4Rs collaboration. And it's all about Earth Day, recycling, repurposing, reusing, all of the above. And we're still looking for, if you would like to be part of that on April the 22nd, shoot me an email on that at 9acrefamilyfarms@gmail.com. And actually, we've already had somebody that dropped a video about it. It was awesome. Mark Lorden Minute here in chat actually dropped a video on 4Rs. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking for you guys to show us, how you resell, repurpose, let's help out the environment with that. And it goes right along with the budget chat and all that. If it's a repurposing a meal or an excess of something,
Right.
Say you overcooked a meal and you've repurposed a different way, that will be part of this collaboration. So I know there's some others that have popped up in the chat there. I think also maybe Tony.
Leanne did. Yeah, there you go. Leanne, do you need to be a dairy farmer, or is it just meals that involve dairy that are, primarily focused on utilizing dairy? Let's count down. 15.
She's not saying anything.
It's gonna take her a minute.
So is there
Dairy
any
needs to be the main ingredient. I'm sorry, Tony.
No, you're fine.
So should people email you, Leanne, if they're interested, maybe?
I'm assuming that's a probable yes, her or Angela.
Yes.
So again, we're trying to finish up the collaboration listing. We've had to revamp a little bit of it. So if you guys want these collaborations in that list, you need to let me know so I can put them in there. Leanne says email Angela, please.
Okay.
And Renee thought you had to be a dairy farmer, but what I'm getting from what she said, dairy needs to be the main ingredient. It's not necessarily about being a dairy farmer. Okay.
More cheese, please.
Thank you.
All right. Am I back?
You are back.
You were never gone.
I felt like I was gone. Really, I did.
Just
Check
for a
your
nanosecond, just 1 second.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for being here. Good conversation. I hope people got some good information out there, and I hope it puts them in a right direction to watch what they're doing and getting. So thank you to you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you to everybody in chat. Thank you to those who modded. And we'll be back next Sunday, or most of us will. See you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.